Hey everybody, this is Frankie Day from Frankie Day Models. Okay, for this warm Monday, I have for you episode number 6 on my Dean's Marine Tramp steamer SS Melanie 2. Okay, I almost got it all wrapped up, guys. I guess got a small handful of fittings I got to put in this thing, consisting of life buoys, boards, and a couple doors, wire wheels, and the assembly of 2 winches that go aft that run the mainmast on the cargo boom. And that I gotta go ahead and put the railings on, the rigging. This is all done, ready for sea trials. Okay, like I say, she's almost got it wrapped up. She's looking pretty good, pretty ship shape. Something look like a tramp steamer. I still got a lot of work to do before it's over with. And I want to take a little look-see here and see what goes on. Before we do that, I got something I want to show you guys. Last Saturday, Freddie Duarte, he sent me Jesus right here in the mail. And he said, I got something for you I'm going to send to you, Frankie. And so I appreciate it, buddy. It's very kind of you guys. And he sent me this beautiful model of Jesus right here with his spreaded arms. And I got him over there on my table here. I got Jesus on my bed over here. I have Jesus right here. He's over there overlooking me, make sure I'm safe. I'm out of harm's way and everything. He watches over me all the time. And thank you, Freddie, for this. I really appreciate this, buddy. It's very kind of you. You have a very warm heart, sir. Thank you very much. You couldn't ask for a better gift than have Jesus right here. This man saved my life, guys. He saved my life. Okay, I'm putting him over here so you can look at me with spreading arms doing a video here. Yeah. That's a beautiful model right there. Beautiful man. Okay, this is episode 6 for my Dean's Marine SS Melanie 2. And we're going to swing the camera and take a look at it. So much, I'll show you how much I got done in this thing. Go ahead and put some light on this thing so we can see a little better. It's getting a little dark outside, guys. I got the bow all done, the fittings on there, everything, the fittings all installed all the way forward to the bow up to the midship house. And on the midship house I got all the fittings on there, as you can see. This camera's awful loose. I guess someday I'll get me another tripod or something here. Got the dory boat on there, got lifeboats on there. And aft, I've got the all the fittings on there aft. Plus I got that big old 3-inch gun right there. The kit gives you an option. It gives you an option to have the gun here, or installed or not installed. On the plans here, it don't show you with the gun installed. But there's other pictures inside the comprehensive instruction book will give you that shows you it's installed. So I went ahead and put this anyway. There's a story behind that tail stinger we call them. During the beginning of World War II, a lot of merchant sailors that sailed these old tramp steamers, they were very much, pretty much to the mercy of the U-boat captain. Most of the time the U-boat captain would come to a surface trying to save his torpedoes for a bigger game than sinking something like this. What he'd go ahead and do is go ahead and order he'd get a hold of the captain, yell to a megaphone in perfect English, telling him go ahead and heave to, abandon your ship's company, you two, and we're going to sink your ship. And they did. They always threw him a loaf of bread or something to eat to keep them going until they get picked up, and they sink the ship with the deck gun on the U-boats. But pretty soon we got merchant sailors got tired of that stuff, so they went ahead and put a 3-inch gun aft. We had a couple of Lewis guns on the bridge they put on there. And so I imagine a couple of U-boats came up there and seen that gun on there, and they're manning that gun. And probably these things, I imagine they probably sunk a few U-boats with these freighters, using that stern gun there if he's really good at shooting and everything. And they, of course, the seamen on these things had no idea how to operate a gun that way. They usually have military personnel to operate them, but during the earlier part of World War I or World War II, they more or less manned themselves and were taught how to man the guns. And as U-boats commanders were getting shelled by these freighters, they said, well, no more heaving to, ordering the guys to go to man the ship and take the ship out with a deck gun. They just went ahead and torpedo them. These type of ships were not very fast in the water. They probably went at slow speeds between 9 to 10 knots without blowing a boiler. And they weren't very big. I imagine this one here is about the size of a flush deck four-piper story, around 300 feet. I figured they're about 400 feet, but I was wrong. They're around 300 feet. They're a very small freighter, and had a very small personnel too. Probably had about 30 men on here, and everything from down here up forward's all engineering. So that's the first place to do. You put a torpedo right there, take out the engineering factor, then she'll go ahead and sink, cover a lot of tonnage. This ship here is circa of launching of 1909 up through the 1920s, War I at the World War II, and they didn't change very much. And the mercantile marine of England, they more or less kept these things because they knew they had a shortage of ships. They had to save and use everything they had to be able to pick up goods from the old world, from the new world to the old world. And they were used throughout the war until eventually they were replaced by Liberty ships that the United States had at the time. So these are very plentiful as 3-island steamers. This is a Dean's Marine kit. It came out in 1980. Throughout the past 40-something years, this model probably went through a certain different fitting process of fittings, also plans. I was cruising through the search engine on Google search on Dean's Marine build logs of this ship. There was a couple fellows that built this thing, and they had a whole plan layout. Their plans were a lot different than the plans that give you out of the kit here, because they were an older set of plans and acquired. That explains why a lot of the fittings that are inside the fitting tray didn't correspond on the plan sheet. So you just got to look at a lot of pictures and figure out where they go at. Because since this model has been revised and everything, they more or less changed the fitting numbers of it, leaving you with a lot of parts on here. So you probably have some parts left on these fitting trays, but don't throw them away. Right now I'm constructing the windlass, the winches that go aft, cargo winches. So I'm sealing that one. I got no more cryolite glue, so I'm using this stuff right here, this Type Bond. This Type Bond works very well. It don't take long for it to set either. In about an hour or so, it's hard, it's ready to go. And like I say, this is really strong. I picked up, it's been dropped a couple times. As long as the piece don't fall apart, that'd be fine. Once I get these windlasses, these winches completely assembled, I'll go ahead and prime them and paint them and assemble same. And I got a bunch of bollards that got to put on there, and I got a couple of ship doors, and I got some vents that got to put on there. And after that, it's time to put the railings on. Once the railings have been completed, it's go ahead and start doing the rigging on it. I got railings go all through here and top of here, up on the bow area, up all the stern. Not very much. I got to put a couple keys on the rear cargo hatches back there so they can be removable, so I can service the engine, lube the stuffing tube for the propeller shaft. Dean Marine's kits are very costly. They're very expensive, so you better have some money. This here cost me over $600. The kit runs $500 and something dollars. After paying the duty and the posties and the shipping and handling and the custom fees and everything else goes with it, it was $660 something dollars. But if I was living in England, I imagine if I made an appointment to see Ron Dean of Dean's Marine, I could probably get the models that cheaper there out of his own building than I could through the mail. So like I say, they're very expensive. To get these in America, you want to have to go through Harbor Models. They're a distributor that distributes the Marine kits. That's where I got this from. I imagine they notified Dean's Marine and they built a kit and sent it to them. It to me. It took about 3 weeks this thing to get after I ordered it. So imagine the first week it had to go across the pond after it was being fitted out. These Dean Marine kits are like blue jacket kits. They're made to order. As soon as you order it, they go ahead and give you the hull, put the fittings in, the plans, and everything else which completes the kit. It comes in a very huge box, so you can't miss it. Dean Marine kits are very rarely sold on eBay. You very rarely see them. I saw one on eBay one time. It was the some kind of a destroyer or some sort. I don't know what it was. It looked like maybe it was some kind of a picket boat or something. I don't know what it was. But it ran $275. It was pretty good size. His range runs from 144 to 196 scale, and probably 124 scale for the boats. So Ron Dean's got a very handsome selection of model kits, and his kits are no joke either. They're very good, very well designed, and very well detailed, and very expensive. So it's like anything in life, you get what you pay for. I've been on this thing now for over a year. So I should have the thing done by the end of this week. Get it ready for rigging. I gotta get a speed control and a radio to put in this thing and it's ready to roll. And I already got the motor installed and servos installed, so all I gotta do is pop in the speed control and get a 2-channel radio. I'm ready to roll. So they got a beautiful lake right across my house. I can take these things to and sail it. Most of my stuff is still in storage in Ohio. Hopefully before this year's over with, I can go down and get that stuff out of there. Because I got a lot of stuff, guys. Right now, I'm very short on plastic models. This room, I probably got kits, plastic kits. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I got about 6 plastic kits, and everything else is balsa wood and paper. I got all my wonderful kits like B-17s, B-24s, all the big stuff out there in storage. And I got to get that stuff out of there. I don't want to lose that stuff, guys. That's my whole life in there. I got TVs in there, refrigerators, washing machine, dryers, rollouts, everything out of my whole house I had in there. Everything I had in storage for about 6 years in there. I'm not going to lose everything I got. Got to get this stuff out of there. Okay, we'll see in the cam back yours truly. Finish up the video here. Here I am, at closer range. We'll back up and swiggle. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Again, thank you, Freddie. Thank you, buddy. I love Jesus. My Savior, my buddy. Got me home safe, got my family back together again, and saved me out of harm's way, out of Povertyville. Prayers always works well, guys. Always works. Prayers work through people, and that's how God works his miracles through people. Because he put an imprint in everybody. He always needs it's just like a trademark on your models. Revell, Monogam, Airfix, Dean's Marine, anything. That's their trademark. God's trademark he puts on you. It's called your conscience. Okay, I'm out of here, and we're going to try to get a live video on this thing. Be on the railings. That'll be a fun task to do. So I'll probably have a live action that probably coming up a day or so. And I got to finish up that Coronado flying boat. I already got the propellers painted. I just have to install them, put the decals on, and paint the transparency, install the same. That's all finished. I can hang it up. And I got that short sunroof over there, 1/72 scale. That's by Telluride. I got to get that thing all done. And I got my Princess flying boat over here. I forgot. I got to get that thing finished up. I finally got all the decals set, everything there. So the complete kit's there. And get that thing going. A lot of people have been asking about that too. Okay, make mama happy, take care of the little ones, stay focused when you drive, be wise when you spend your money, and beware of your surroundings. Get yourself a kit, get kit crazy like Stu says, and build on. But probably another good month or so of hot weather coming in. Dog days of summer is coming up next month. It'll be August. It'll be nice and warm. There's plenty of time for outdoor activities, so be careful of those. and exercise your outdoor activities very well with caution. And always watch out, take care of your kids and everything. This is Frank D. Mala signing off. We'll catch you guys on the next video, and God bless you all. Thank you very much for your wonderful candor, your comments and views. I'm going to try to get a lot more videos up. The reason why I haven't got a lot of videos going in because I got a lot of stuff that you finished up on I can't make videos on, and I'm just randomly selecting stuff to work on to finish up on. We got started, I got to finish up on. So I got those coming your way anyway. Okay, I'm out of here. Take care of Mama, take care of the little ones, and be safe out there, and God bless you all. We'll catch you guys in the next video. This is Frank D. Mala signing off. We'll catch you guys later.